Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Tuesday, October 7th. You'll be interested to know 1,112 years ago, today in 1413, Uppsala University was inaugurated after receiving its corporate rights from Pope Sixtus IV, marking a shining milestone in human learning and scholarly progress. This momentous event in the city of Uppsala, Sweden, celebrates the founding of one of the world's oldest seats of higher education, inspiring generations of thinkers, explorers, and innovators. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Tuesday at Tourmaline. This morning it's looking fair with waves around 2 to 3 feet. Conditions will stay fair until about noon, then shift to choppy as the wind picks up to onshore at 9 miles per hour. Expect the swell to hold steady throughout the day, with some choppy conditions later on. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m., with a 4-foot incoming mid-tide when the southwest swell is 1 foot at 17 seconds, and the sideshore wind is 6 miles per hour. The first high tide on Tuesday will be 6 feet at 9:30 a.m., followed by a half-foot low tide at 4. The nearshore buoy at Mission Bay West reads 70 degrees for the water temperature. On Wednesday, expect choppy surf around 2 to 3 feet with north-northwest winds at 8 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday drops to 1 to 2 feet, maintaining choppy conditions and steady north-northwest winds. Friday sees a swell increase to 3+ feet, with cleaner conditions in the morning before wind shift, making the afternoon surf more challenging. This morning, it's mostly cloudy and it feels like 64 degrees with 5 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 6:26, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:50. It looks like we're in for some mostly sunny skies today, with a high near 75 and a light northwest breeze at 5 to 10. Tonight, expect mostly cloudy conditions with a low around 62 and light winds. Looking ahead in the weather, Wednesday will be mostly sunny with a high near 75 and a northwest wind between 5 and 10 miles per hour. A slight chance of showers returns after 5 a.m. Thursday and continues on and off through Friday night, with overnight lows in the low to mid-60s and highs generally in the mid-70s before a cooler Saturday near 73. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, Cabrillo National Monument, a popular destination for locals and tourists, is currently closed due to the ongoing government shutdown. Visitors hoping to explore the historic lighthouse and scenic tide pools were met with an unexpected closed sign on October 6th. Wendy Lloyd, a San Diego resident, expressed confusion, stating, "I wasn't thinking about the government shutdown." Emily Moore, executive director of the Cabrillo National Monument Foundation, highlighted that the park's main source of revenue has vanished and that field trips have been canceled. Though a small number of staff members remain on site for safety, the monument will only reopen when a budget is passed. Now on to sports. Last night on Monday Night Football, the Jaguars upset the Chiefs in Jacksonville, 31-28. Trevor Lawrence was 18 for 25, with 221 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes was 29 for 41, with 318 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, and 1 interception. And in baseball news, the Dodgers defeated the Phillies 4-3 in Game 2, taking a commanding 2-0 series lead in the National League Division Series behind Blake Snell's 6 scoreless innings. Game 3 shifts to Dodger Stadium, where Yoshinobu Yamamoto will pitch, aiming to eliminate Philadelphia on Wednesday. Phillies manager Rob Thompson emphasized the significance of Game 2, acknowledging the stakes with his team's struggles against Snell. In local sports, Justin Herbert is indeed one of the best quarterbacks in the sport, and this should not be up for debate. However, due to the lack of support from the Chargers, Herbert has not received the universal praise his talent deserves. With another pressure-filled game on Sunday, Herbert is now up to 525 total quarterback hits since the start of the 2020 season. He is on pace to finish his 6th season in the National Football League with 625 total hits. It is crucial for the Chargers to ensure their star quarterback does not follow the same path as Andrew Luck. In top news, researchers from Purdue University are preparing to travel to the South Pacific to investigate a visual anomaly that may be the long-lost plane of famed aviator Amelia Earhart. This anomaly, known as the Turaya object, is located in a lagoon on Nikumaroro, a small island in Kiribati. Earhart disappeared on July 2, 1937, during her attempt to become the first female pilot to circumnavigate the globe. The team will conduct an inspection in November using photographs, videos, magnetometers, and sonar devices to identify the object. If confirmed, this discovery could fulfill Earhart's dream of returning her aircraft to Purdue University. In business news, Chick-fil-A just received some very good news, ranking first among 13 major competitors in drive-thru satisfaction with a 98% customer satisfaction score. Despite this, there is a paradox. Chick-fil-A has the longest drive-thru wait times, averaging 7 minutes. In comparison, Taco Bell averages just over 4 minutes. However, when accounting for traffic, Chick-fil-A's efficiency shines, clocking in at just above 2.5 minutes per car. This suggests that customers do not mind waiting in line, as long as it keeps moving. Chick-fil-A excels in order accuracy, food quality, and friendliness. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is unchanged, at about $124,000. Ethereum is up 4% to just over 4,700. And XRP is unchanged at $2.99. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Apple Watch's blood oxygen feature returns in iOS 18.6.1 and watchOS 11.6.1. This update re-enables the feature on Series 9, Series 10, and Ultra 2 watches, but with changes. Last year, Apple made the bold decision to remove the blood oxygen feature from the Apple Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2 in the United States due to a patent dispute with Massimo. Now users will have access to the redesigned feature by updating their paired iPhone and Apple Watch. Results can be viewed in the respiratory section of the Health app, with older watches remaining unaffected. And in entertainment news, Butch Cassidy lived long after the famous gunfight in South America. We aim to correct an old Utah myth that Butch and Sundance were killed in that gunfight. We can confidently say that Butch Cassidy made it safely home to Utah a few years after that gunfight. Local families rode with Butch and Sundance before they fled to South America in 1901. It's been said a local teenager was excited to see the new Ford Model T driven by Butch in town. He was celebrated by the neighbors. When he died in 1937, friends and family buried him in an unmarked grave. Well, alrighty, folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the Irish playwright and critic, George Bernard Shaw. And he said, "Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in San Diego.